Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Horowitz in the Sefer HaMitzvos. Today is two mitzvahs, mitzvahs loisasei kuf nun tes and kuf samich 159 and 160. They are related to each other. Number one is shelo lahoisiv al mitzvahs Torah. A person is not allowed to add on to the mitzvahs in the Torah. Shenemar, like it says, loisaisiv alav. It says clearly, do not add on to the Torah, which means that you can't make, for example, 3 tefillin. You can't make 5 corners to your garment to put on tzitzis. Everything has to be exactly the way that it says in the Torah. It's prescribed by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He knows exactly what your neshama needs in order to fulfill its purpose in the spiritual realm here in this world. And therefore, by adding something on, you're really taking away from that which HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself has given to us. And secondly, you're not allowed to take anything away from the mitzvahs in the Torah. Shenemar, like it says, do not diminish from the Torah. Whether it is the written word, whether it is the oral Torah that we have, you cannot detract and desist from anything. If a chacham, a scholar, comes along and says that one of the rabbinical mitzvahs is really a mitzvah from the Torah, you're adding on to what it says in the Torah, because it's not true. And if you take away one of the mitzvahs in the Torah, you suddenly say you only need to put on tefillin on your head, not on your arm. This takes away. However, we do find that our sages, Chazal, they did add on rabbinical mitzvahs to our life. Derech takana, either it is what's called a takana, they are making some kind of an amendment, a siyag or a fence, a gezerah or certain decrees, or it could go in mikra Megillah, or like we have the reading in the Megillah, v'ner Chanukah, and lighting the Chanukah menorah. Derech shevach v'hidah, that is a way of praising and giving gratitude la Hashem Yisbarach, to Hashem. And those things, says the Horowitz, there's no problem over there. Because they say that these are rabbinical enactments that the sages themselves have put into play. This is not considered adding on to the Torah. They didn't say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu commanded us to do this mitzvah, and add on to what it says in the Torah. They're saying that we, as Chazal, as the Einei Eida, as the eyes of the generation, the eyes of the Jewish people, who were the leiv, were the heart of Klal Yisrael, we have a pulse on the neshamas of the Jewish people, we understand that this is what we need. We make a siyag, we make a fence to protect Klal Yisrael from trampling on the mitzvahs. There are certain gezeres and takanas, there are certain enactments and decrees that they made in order to bolster our mitzvah performance. And there are mitzvahs that they have given us, for example, like we said, Purim, the Megillah, and the Chanukah, lighting the menorah, because it allows us to express in the proper way our gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's not called adding on to the Torah. That's called Chazal coming along and saying this is what we need in order to understand how for a Jew to live their life in the right way. Says the Horowitz, if a kohen would add another bracha, another blessing onto the 3 priestly blessings, which is written in the Torah, he's also adding on. There's 3 brachas in the Torah. He wants to add a 4th because he's in the mood to give more blessing. That's called Bal Taisiv, you're adding on. This is something that applies everywhere all the time. For men and for women. A person has to understand that the Torah is eternal. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to us at Har Sinai. He gave us Torah Shebiksav and Torah Shebal Peh, the written and the oral Torah at Har Sinai. Anyone who adds on or anyone who takes away is denying the very fiber and the very framework of what Torah is really all about. And therefore it's an Isser, it's a lav, one prohibition of not adding on, and another prohibition of not taking away from everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put into His holy Torah. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.